Hi, Natalie. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Great, great. Thank you. I'm excited to chat with you today. Primero que nada, welcome. Primero que nada, cuéntame, where are you located right now? LA?
Right now, I'm in Atlanta shooting Ordinary Joe.
Bueno, me encanta, which is perfect because that's the reason why we're here. Cuéntame
Yes,
un
let me tell you,
poquito.
there's some really good Puerto Rican restaurants here.
I've
Oh,
actually heard that, so I have to go. I've never actually gone. Like I've made escalas in Atlanta, but I've never actually been there. So I'm gonna remember that. Pero
hmm
we're going to talk about Ordinary Joe. It's about a guy that has the opportunity to look back at his life in three different scenarios and see what it could have been in these three different scenarios. Valga la
Yeah.
redundancia. You play the role of Amy, one of his love interests. Tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about this series, and if you had the opportunity to do that in life, would you like to explore, or would you just like to be comfortable with the decisions you've made?
Oof. Well, the show, it is about choices, and how sometimes what you do in a single moment may change
Totally,
everything. When you make a choice in life, it shuts down other options. So
totally.
you never get to see that road not taken. But in this show, you do. And I think that's, to bring it into real life, how would you pick what life? Because I feel like
Exactly.
no matter what you choose, like there's amazing opportunities and amazing things in every life. There's no wrong choice. I don't think so. Or there's no right choice. I feel like we all make decisions and we are where we're supposed to be. But it's definitely interesting to kind of look back and, I definitely think that being grateful for where I'm in my life right now, I have to appreciate those what if moments that I had and appreciate those choices that I made, you know?
No, totally. And I think that's one of the things sometimes as we go through life, we think, what if I would have done it this way? But I think looking back at this series, if you look at it this way and you have the opportunity to see the three scenarios, it's exactly what you say. There is no wrong
Mhm.
answer or no wrong road that you could have taken. They just all developed into different scenarios, different
Yes.
lives. And at the same time, you're kind of maybe excited about the opportunity to see how that could have played out. But at the same time, you're like, but how do I decide? Which is exactly what you
Yeah.
said. How do I decide
Well,
which one I want? Because they're all amazing
exactly.
lives in their own different way.
Well, one of the best things about life is that just because you make one decision doesn't mean you can't make another. Like, what's to say, in Joe's, for example, he becomes a nurse in one, he's a cop in another, and he's a musician in another. What if he was a nurse and he still did music? Like, then
Exactly.
you can have the best of both
Of
worlds.
everything. Exactly.
Exactly. Like just because you choose something in life, it's never too late to follow your dream or to follow your heart or to go after something that you've always wanted to do. And I think that's one of those things that you gotta like just put yourself out there and go. And I think this kind of shows you. I think one of the interesting things about this show is how the lives are intertwined with each other, and certain things still kind of happen. Like some things are just inevitable, and some things are destiny. So
I
I
love
think
it.
it's
I love it.
pretty
I'm
interesting.
excited. I'm excited to watch the show because I think that's one of the things that, like you mentioned, you can do several things at the same time without having to compromise one or the other. And that's exactly what you said. The beauty of life gives you that opportunity, the choices that you make. So I think that in a sense, my next question was, what's your favorite part about the show? But I guess that would probably be one of it. I don't know if you have
Yeah.
any other part of the favorite part about being a part of the show.
I think, well, one, everybody on the show is amazing. Everyone involved from top to bottom. We're just such good energy, and I think we all have the same goal. We've gone through such a rough last couple years that I think we just want to put something out there that allows people to disconnect a little bit and just enjoy a good, heartfelt show, and that makes people think. And one of the things I do like about it too, when I saw the first episode, was I had like favorites. I was like, oh wow, I'm really rooting for this couple, or I'm really rooting for this life. And then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, but I really want him to succeed in this life. And like you really start to kind of have these little favorite storylines, and what's interesting, I think it gives you something to look forward to.
I think no,
And
and,
as an
and
actress playing this role, I mean, that's one of the things that drove me to the script was the fact that I get to play the same character, but in three different lives. So essentially,
mhm.
my fundamentals and everything are the same, but there are certain experiences that change me. So I get to find these little nuances to change in my character and the look. Like when I have long hair, I have short hair, I have medium hair. One of my characters is a lot more secure and a lot more successful. Another one, she's a little bit more, not hasn't reached her full potential, but trying to find her way. You know, another one, she's just in this blissful, happy like life. You know, so it's kind of interesting to play different characters in the same person.
Exacto. Now I was going to ask you, you in real life, what do you think part of you melted into each part? Do you say there's a little bit of you in each character? Well, the same character, but in 3 different lives that you play, or are you more one than the other in real
I think
life?
there's something, I think the with who she is deep inside, I resonate with, where I think she just really sees the good in people, and she likes to como apoyar and help others be like the best versions of themselves. And I think also you find her trying to do that for herself too. She's trying to be the best version of herself in every storyline. And those are things that resonate with me a lot.
I love that. Bueno, ahora que dijiste algo en español, vamos a hablar un poquito as a last question. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we know that you're a cubana, de descendencia cubana from Miami.
Yes.
What is your favorite Cuban dish, and what is your favorite part about being Latina?
I mean, todo.
Right?
I'm like todo, everything. I'm like super, everything Latino, like la cultura, los bailes, la música, como somos familiar, como somos gente, como somos con los amigos, como like, just like cultura is so rich and it's just so full of life. And no matter what happens to us, we still remain happy. We still dance. We still eat. We still cook. We're so full of life, you know. My country, obviously, I'm from Cuba, and they're going through such hard times right now. And not right now, they have been always. It's just magnified right now. And I'm happy that people get to see what's really going on there. But at the same time, we will not be broken. Like, this is something that we will overcome, and we will fight for la libertad. We will get there. You know, we will seguimos luchando for everything. And it's insane, but when you still look at them, I know, and I see my people, and they're still good people. Like, they still have that fight, and then nothing kind of breaks them, you know. And I see that in my parents.
Nothing breaks them.
Nothing breaks them. I saw that with my grandparents and my parents who came here from Cuba with nothing and made a whole life and gifted me the opportunity to be this person. Do you know what I'm saying? So with that, I mean, I'm very, very proud to be a Latino. And then also favorite dishes. Okay. Pero like, I make a killer vaca frita de pollo.
Oh my God,
vaca frita, period. Yeah, I do vaca frita pollo, I do vaca frita de carne, like all of it. I do vaca frita. I do arroz con... Yeah, I do arroz. Sometimes I mix them up. Don't get crazy.
Oh my God, rico.
Yeah, sometimes I mix them up. And then, because depending if I had like chicken like left over, I'll shred it and then like do it. I mean, I've come up with a lot of different ways to do things. Arroz con pollo, I make really good. And then I guess those are my 2 favorite meals. I have to be the vaca frita and arroz con pollo. Bueno, and I make a killer flan.
Ay, qué rico. Bueno, muchas felicidades. I lived in Miami for 3 years, so I'm very well aware of like the Cubans, and I have a lot of friends in Miami. I still visit all the time. Pero bueno, muchas felicidades, Natalie. Un placer haber platicado contigo. Un honor para nosotros y también un orgullo latino in Hollywood. So keep pushing, keep representing, and thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.